Alright, what is up, chat? Dude, I have a treat for you today. We're gonna go back to doing the Poplio hunts. Let me update the stream title. Get everyone in. 1 second, guys. Hang on. Guys, I swear, I'm a professional streamer. Hang on. Oh, King Kong is live. Very nice. Time to hunt. Okay, and this will go under. Chat, should I put this under the most recent game, or should I put it under Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? What is Pokemon Z? That's not a thing. I'm gonna put it under the most recent game. I feel like that'll be better. Alright, give me 1 sec. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let me get the music started. Alright, chat, are you ready to see this? So we're going to be doing shiny starter hunts in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon today. The plan for the last stream, or last couple streams we did for it, was to do a singular hunt without speed up. I realize how foolish this is. How foolish that idea was. So, I'm going to start the timer. Oh shit. What were we at? 3 hours, 49? That's good enough. It'll have to be, we'll start here. Alright, you guys ready to see this? We're gonna be doing not 1, not 2, not 3. We're gonna be doing 4 games today, chat. Sorry for this scuff setup. And all 4 games will have some speed up to them. Oh my god. No one can call me unprofessional. I would never be unprofessional in my life. There, you can see all 4, right? Alright. For those of you wondering, how are you able to run 4 versions of the game at once? Well, the answer's obvious. I'm awesome. I'm just awesome. That's it. No, I have 4 separate instances going. And hopefully if I'm right, we'll just be able to close the ones that don't get the shiny and keep going from the one that does when it eventually happens. So, let's get started. But this should go so much faster. Look at this already. They're all going faster than the one game with speed up was alone. And there's 4 of them. And I did double check everything. Professional streamer over here. I double checked that everything would have a different version of the same Pokemon, no matter what I was doing. That way it isn't just, 4 of the same game. So we can consistently get 4 Poplio showing up. Okay. Oh, one of them's taking a second. And they're not shiny? We go next. Now there is one issue. They don't all load at the same time. Some of them are slower, but it looks like they're pretty in sync, all things considered. They can get out of sync pretty bad, and we're just gonna hope that doesn't happen too hard. And if it does, we'll try to, bring it together. Let me move this down. Okay. Did I do 125? That is not what that... 104. Sorry. I know that some of the game is cut off. Let me... If I bring it to the middle like this, you can see it behind my webcam. My webcam, quote unquote. Does that work? Whatever, you guys will just be able to see my taskbar. Whatever. Yeah, and now it should go a lot faster. Getting 4 encounters on day 1 was a hassle. Right? It took us an hour to get 25. And now it's going to go so much faster, and I'm so happy about that. Oh my god. No shiny. Let's go next. Can increase by 4 every time. Ugh. This is so good. See, chat, what are we going to talk about today? Oh god. Oh no, it's out of sync. It's fine. What are we gonna talk about? I've been playing some Heart Gold, Soul Silver lately. I'm at 7 gym badges. I'm trying to make my way up to all 16. It's from a personal one where I did get the shiny starter, and then I transferred in shiny Shinx, and now it's a Luxray at this point. And I also have the red Gyarados from the lake. So pretty. It's been a pretty fun playthrough of the game so far, and I've been playing some Leaf Green. on my Switch too, because you know I love sprite-based Pokemon games, and I love my Switch too. Oh, it's so nice to see all 4 games going at the same time. I have received another copy of Pokemon Platinum for myself. I want to do a Dream Team video with it, but that is something I'm gonna have to do in my own time. You know, I'm not gonna be able to stream it with the way that my DS setup is. I don't have a camera I can use. It would be more scuffed than it already is. I don't think you guys want that. So I'll probably record little snippets, but for the most part, Dream Team setup is mostly for me. I'll give you guys some clues as to what it'll be like though, since you're here. I'm definitely I have to start with Chimchar. I started my other 2 profiles for Platinum with Turtwig and Piplup, respectively. So I have to do Chimchar. I am going to transfer some Chimchar to the other 2 accounts. And not shiny, let's go next. I'm going to transfer the Chimchar to the other 2. Whoa! Where'd my 4th game go, man? Oh, this is messed up. Hang on, chat. Guys, professional streamer here. Literally crashing. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna get the Chimchar together for that, and I'll have it do Masuda method, because the copy I got for Platinum, the new one, is a Japanese copy. So I'll be able to do Masuda method, which I believe works in Gen 4. And then, 2 of the copies will be doing Masuda method hunting, and then the other copy will be soft resetting for the starter. And hopefully I'll get Chimchar relatively quickly. And then I'll spoil one other Pokemon that I plan on getting. Just because it sounds... It's gonna be abysmal. It's gonna be bad. I'm going to get Cranidos. And I love Cranidos shiny, and I really, really want to use Cranidos. But I am very scared of doing a Gen 4 fossil hunt. You know, Gen 4... The way the fossil is set up is you have to walk up and then to the right and in and out of the building over and over again. So I'm almost curious if it would just be faster to soft reset on all 3 at once. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see the Poplio. Let's see if it's shiny. No. No again. Let's go next. We're gonna, so, I don't know if you noticed the Vegeta there. We're gonna add a Vegeta every 100 encounters, which was going to take a while, but obviously now it's not gonna take nearly as long, because instead of doing maybe 100 encounters every 3 hours, we're gonna do 100 encounters every, like, 30 minutes or less. 30 minutes or less, hopefully. It's going by really quickly though, which I'm so happy for. I've been doing so many long hunts. I've been doing so many hunts for like, I did the Giratina hunt on my own, and that took so long. I'm really excited for a short one. I really hope that this one won't take too long. Look how desynced these things get so quickly. It's actually kind of impressive. Yes, give me the Papillon, please. Look, the bottom right one, the one that crashed earlier, is so slow now because it hasn't been running very long. Okay, let's go next. Oh, she crashed. Chat, am I gonna have to go down to 3 games? Oh, I really don't want to. I'm gonna have to go down to 3 games, aren't I? Oh no. Okay. Wait, that's the second window. Oh, because these 2 are still part of this. I guess we're going down to 3 games. I don't think it can handle having 4 games going at once. Let me fix the layout. God, how do I even fix this? What if I just shake it around? Is this something, chat? Chat, do you like this? Do you like when I do this? Chat, be honest, you like it. You like it. Yeah, I know you do. Okay, sorry. What is a good way to do this? Probably like this. Probably like this. Okay. Dude. Can you guys see that in chat? Don't click any links you see in chat. Oh my god. How do I get auto mod to actually catch that? Every time. Okay. Let me center this. There. Okay, chat, we're going down to 3 games, I guess. Which is fine. It's still going to be relatively quick. I guess we could talk about winds and waves again, like we did on the first stream. I saw somebody post like a video with the title "Pokemon Winds and Waves will add a new type," and I'm like, a new type is cool, like it changes the balance. I don't know if we need it. You know what I mean? Oh shit. It definitely would be cool. You know what? I'm in favor of it. I'm in favor that a new type would be cool, but it has to do something unique. It can't just be another version of a type. Like, it can't be the ground type to a rock type. You know what I mean? We have so much of that. You know, like the bug type to a grass type, the rock type to a ground type. I don't think we would need a new type for TCG. A big thing, though, is it should be in place to buff Pokemon that need it. Like some Pokemon that should be stronger but are weak because of their typing. I think that if they're gonna introduce a new type, they should add it to some existing weaker Pokemon that struggle in the current VGC formats. I think if they're gonna add a new type, what would be interesting is if they added third type. You know what I mean? It's cool because it introduces a little bit more like nuance to the game. Like you have to focus up more. What am I saying? Focus up more. What does that mean? I gotta collect my thoughts, dude. It's been a long day. Adding third typing would be cool because, you know, it adds a new layer to the Pokemon that already exist, right? Like adding Dragon type to Charizard. But the issue is, it isn't even moves that are 8 times effective. It's moves that would become 1/8 times effective. That is not okay. Ooh. You know what I mean? So like if you, let's say you had let's say you had a Pokemon like Gastrodon, and you add on a new type that's also weak to grass. Like that would be horrible for Gastrodon. It would have 2 4 times effective types, I believe. Wait, no. Dude, I'm so out of it today. It's not even funny. What am I saying? Jesus, man. Guys, I'm sorry. This is a bad stream. I kind of just want to shiny out and turn my brain off. I might end the stream in like after an hour and go play Fire Red and shiny hunt Fire Red for a bit. Leaf Green. I don't even own Fire Red. What am I talking about? Oh my god. I don't know. What's a Pokemon that has a move that is a quarter effective? Like, let me think of a theoretical scenario. Like having a Steel flying type, you'd have grass moves be a quarter effective. Adding Dragon to that, and having grass moves be 1/8 times effective, I feel like is too much of a shakeup for the meta. It would make certain Pokemon so unbearable to fight. I do think the prospect of it is cool, but at what point do like tanky Pokemon just get a really good typing and then no one can fucking kill them? Like already putting Steel and Dragon together is risky because of how many common types that both of them defend against. But adding on a third defensive type would be horrible for that. So if they're gonna do another type, like adding Water, Steel, and Dragon together, like that theoretical Pokemon would be so abysmal to fight. But let's say you had another type and it was, everyone wants it to be Sound type, right? Like everyone's talking about Sound type. They've always said that. I think Sound type is lame. I think if you're going to do another type, it needs to be an actual element. Sound type is lame. And there's too many legendaries and mythicals that they would have to change for that. There's too many Pokemon they'd have to add to the Sound type. I feel like if they're going to do a new type, they're going to add Pokemon for that type, like they did with Fairy, kind of like what they did with Steel and Dragon, but mostly what they did with Fairy. Are you kidding me? Chat, we're just gonna keep playing with Jesus, man. Hang on, I'm gonna boost the speed. Is it even gonna? Oh, yep, it's definitely. Oh, it's definitely going faster. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, now they're both going as fast as they can. Chat, we're just gonna keep going until every game crashes. Apparently. I want to at least collect one thought before I end the stream tonight, because I'm so sad that this didn't work. By the way, and that's really upsetting me. I might just end up having to go to one game and have it be uncapped. I'm hoping 2 games uncapped is fine and it won't crash. It sucks that it's been crashing though. So yeah, if they add a new type, I would want it to be more of an offensive type, but I think it has to be weak against, like it can't do, it has to be half damage against Ice type. It has to be. Ice type is the most underpowered typing in the game right now. Only strong against really dragon and flying types. And that's all that it's really useful for, is for those dragons that double up on the ground or the flying type. But even then, it's not that great. You know what I mean? I would definitely want to see a type that is not very effective on ice, but also maybe one that could be inherently weak to ice. One that could be inherently weak to ice and give ice like more of an offensive capability, and maybe make it a common type. I don't like sound though. Sound would not be a good addition to the way that the type matchup is right now. I don't think it would make sense for it to be, besides balance reasons, I don't think it makes sense for sound type, even if it becomes common, to be weak to ice. It's hard to think of things that logically would be weak to ice, though. I think fighting type should be weak to ice, personally. That might be controversial. But, like, if you think about it, right? Fighting type is mostly, like, hand-to-hand combat. You plunge your hands in some ice, or some nitrogen, liquid nitrogen. Dude, those things are dead! Dude, frostbite is such a huge deal, too, for, like, bare skin, especially, guess what, the fingers and toes, which are part of the hands and feet, right? The hands and feet are really weak when it comes to bearing the cold. So yeah, I think absolutely ice should be super effective against fighting, and definitely not the other way around. I think maybe it should be the other way around as well. It could be like a glass cannon type of thing where both are super effective against each other. I don't know if we have anything like that already. Sorry chat, I'm not super good with the type matchup chart. I'm really sad that I can't get all games running on stream. It's fine. Alright, let's think. What could be a good type to add? Winds and Waves is obviously going to follow closely with the water and flying type. I'd want something to go with the vibe of the new game, you know, but I'd want it to be more of a metaphysical concept, like dark or psychic. It would fit much nicer into Pokemon that way. Because even something like Steel is a very physical concept. We have a lot of physical concepts in there. I'd want something like more spiritual, more metaphysical. Maybe something like wait. Oh my god, my brain is not working today. Oh my god, it's so bad. I think sound is too physical, right? And there's too many things that it would broadly fit into, to the point that you could basically make an argument for every Pokemon to be qualified for the sound type. But something like a courage type. Courage is kind of dumb. But something more metaphysical, like a comedy type. Comedy type would be so lame. Who would fit under that? Fucking Poplio, Mr. Mime. Both of those are dual types already. Oh my god, what a terrible idea. So I feel like I'm trying to think of something besides Psychic and Dark and Ghost. Even Ghost is too like physical for my book. We don't have a lot of types that really take advantage of the special stats. It's mostly Psychic and Dark. I mean, you obviously get like Flamethrower and Water Gun and Thunderbolt for a lot of Pokemon, but there's no typing besides Psychic and Dark that is so overwhelmingly special. I guess Ghost, maybe. Even then you get stuff like Shadow Claw and Shadow Force. It'd have to fit in like really easily. It can't be something too similar to another type that already exists. Like, you can't do Flower type, that's too close to Grass type. You can't do Toxin type, that's too close to Poison. I don't think... I don't know. Maybe it's me hating on popular things, and that's why I don't like the idea of sound type. But... you know, humans' natural want to hate on popular things. I am struggling to think of what would fit well. It's not helping that I'm looking at the shiny hunt going on the whole time. I don't know. Maybe like a slice type. It could replace the normal type on a lot of Pokemon like Scizor. Does Scizor even have normal type, or is it pure bug? Or bug flying? Well, it could replace the bug typing on Scizor. It would make Scizor a lot better. Or Scizor... I'm thinking of Scyther, not Scizor. But for early game, it would make Scyther a lot better. Maybe I want something more early game oriented. So like Flower type to me is the easiest to point at and be like, That is an early game typing, obviously. It's really easy to say and think, but it's so similar to grass. It would be so similar to grass type that anything that I would classify as flower type would essentially just be grass fairy. I don't want a typing that is just two types mixed together either. I want one that actually feels unique and stands out in its own way. I don't know. What would be good? This is all that I'm going to be thinking about for the rest of the stream, by the way. What will be good for a new type? I feel like they've got it covered. Like they've got most concepts covered, and then the ones I'm thinking about are so niche that they'd be like bad. Like they're so niche that they could be covered by another type already and be more broad. Or is just sound type. Maybe something like a technical type. Not like technical is the typing. I'd want it to feel like an element. You know, like psychic still kind of feels like an element, like psychic energy. I don't know. You know, I might give up on. You know what? We've got like 20 minutes still. I can sit on this for 20 more minutes. We'll just title this stream Cherry Thinks About Types for an hour. And that's it. I mean, I guess one that could go in would be like light type. Give that to Ultra Necrozma. I mean, it's similar to fairy type, but maybe if you make it like bright type. It'd be similar. It'd be obviously the opposite of dark type, right? The opposite of dark type, but it would be like kind of a cool. Like a lot of games will do like heaven type or almighty. Like if you ever played Persona 5, I don't know about the other Persona games. I haven't really played them, but Persona 5 has the almighty type. That one is kind of an edge case because it's not got any weaknesses and it's strong against every typing. But if you do like a light type, it would cover that kind of heavenly feel. If you're selective about who gets in to the light type, like a lot of types, I think they just kind of let whoever in and don't think about it. But if you're selective about who gets in, I feel like you could make it work. I don't know. What do you think? Light type. It would have to be a different color than electric. It'd have to be a different color than normal. So I'm thinking like a very light, almost white, but with a hue, like either a blue or a pink. Or gold. And if you can make it feel distinct and cool by letting in only Pokemon that feel kind of heavenly or otherworldly, right? You'd want this like a bunch of stoic Pokemon, but then you'd also want it to be Pokemon that are themed around lighting, like a light bulb would be like Tadbulb could be a light type. Getting close to 200, chat. That'll be a second Vegeta on my screen. Okay, so now we gotta think, what other Pokemon could like fit within light type that already exist? I think Tadbulb would be a good one. You know, no one ever thinks about Tadbulb. Partially because it's a new Pokemon, but also partially because it's kind of a Glupshido. If you know what that is. It's kind of a Glupshido when it comes to Pokemon. Let's see. Who else could fit pretty easily? Sorry. Oh, that's my phone charger. Sorry. I'm sorry. Professional streamer, checking my phone. Probably something like, honestly, we could get like a regional form for Golurk and Golem. And is it Golem? Golurk and the evolved form. We could get a regional form for the new area, giving them light type, and having them be like these white and gold, like almost religious guardians. I think it would be really cool to see more about the Pokemon religious lore. Like with Arceus and Ultra Necrozma, they're they feel very heavenly, and Giratina feeling very like demonic, right? I would want to see them expand on it. I'd want Ultra Necrozma to be a light type, naturally. I'd want them to replace probably its psychic typing with that. Like a light steel. Who else would fit well? Probably like Xurkitree. I'm thinking a lot of electric types could have their electric type be replaced with light type. I think that would be really cool. Dude, you could have like a Dragon Ball Pokemon. And have the Dragon Ball Pokemon go Super Saiyan. And in Super Saiyan form, it gains the light type. See, the only way that I think way that I think light type would work isn't if it was just not dark type. You know what I mean? It has to be like almost a religion, or literally representing a light bulb. It'd be cool to see like Chandelure though. Maybe a regional Chandelure, where instead of being like an actual chandelier, it was some form of electric lighting, and it could have electric fire or electric light type or light fire type. It could be like a fluorescent almost. Oh, we're down to 1, chat. Oh man, are you kidding me? I might as well just go to this. What did I do to this? Might as well just go down to this, since we're down to 1 anyways. Now let's think about the type chart. I think light and dark would have to both be strong against each other. I think light would resist electric type. I think light would resist probably dragon type. I think it would be neutral with fairy. What do I think it would be strong on, though? It would be strong on, obviously, dark type. I think it would be strong on ghost type. What else? I don't think it would be strong on electric type. I think it would just resist it. I think it'd be maybe strong on rock type. Maybe not. It would resist fire type. It would probably resist water type. It would be weak on grass type. I think it would also, like, abilities like chlorophyll would include light type and not just be, oh, I absorb grass and light. It's hard to think what it would be strong. It would, oh, jeez, it would probably be strong on ice type. No, ice type gets no W's. Or maybe you could make an argument that it would be weak on ice type, because light would refract. So it would be weak on water, and it would be weak on ice, giving ice a new defensive attribute. But I think water would be weak on it, right? It has to be. It would definitely, like, ground would be weak against it. I think it would be neutral with rock. I don't think there's any clever ways to spin that. I think it'd be probably neutral on psychic type. It would be probably weak against fighting. And probably neutral with bird. My reasoning for it being weak against fighting, I don't know. It feels right. Fighting resists dark. It is super effective against dark. Why not be super effective against light type as well? Sorry. Hello, Pokemon. What are some other Pokemon that would deserve getting the light type added to it? I think Chandelure could get a regional form. Golurk could get a regional form. I would want to see Tadbulb and Bellibolt get added to light type. Maybe replace their electric type with it. I don't know. Um, there's not a ton of Pokemon I would replace though with it. Like a lot of electric types that don't have like a flame emitted from it feel right in electric type and would feel wrong in light type. I think thematically it fits well with dark. You know, dark fits well with psychic on its own and ghost, like it fits well in its little trio. But I think dark doesn't stand out against ghost. I think thematically it would be clever to have it be like added to that trio. So you would have ghost is strong on psychic. Dark is strong on ghost and psychic, but ghost is weak against dark. Light would be strong against ghost and dark, but be weak against psychic. You can make up some bullshit like psychic has their eyes closed all the time, so they don't notice. And it would balance it out much better. So dark wouldn't just feel like another ghost. It would feel like its own separate thing. Because ghost would be neutral on light. Same way that psychic would be neutral on light. So it would split it up better as dark and light and ghost and psychic, but with their own little nuances between the two. It'd be cool to see like Solgaleo get light type, and that could be where Ultra Necrozma gets it from. So instead of Psychic Steel, it could be Light Steel, which would be really cool actually to see. Obviously, it would be really good against water types. Which is kind of funny, having Solgaleo, a Pokemon that feels so much like a fire type, be very strong against a water type would be very funny, in my opinion. It would fit well with winds and waves, too, being so out in the open. Having it be weak against ice, I think would be a good addition. I think light type should be the next type. I am going to actually, if they're going to do a new one, they should do light type. I am a big also supporter of every type should have an evolution associated with it. The fact that they gave one to Fairy like 10 years ago and haven't done another one since. Like, let's think about this. They did 3 in Gen 1, Fire, Water, Electric. They gave 2 more in Gen 2 with Umbreon and Espeon. They did 2 more in Gen 4 with Glaceon and Leafeon, and then did 1 more with Sylveon. We're missing Flying, Ground, Rock, Dragon, Steel, Light, Ghost. Like, there's so many good options. I would love to see a regional form of Mimikyu. Oh, that'd be so cool! So what if there was a regional form of Mimikyu that took the place of a Ghost Eevee? Or Ghost Evolution. So you could call it, like, oh geez, I don't even know what you would call it. Fanteon? Maybe? Or Fantium? I mean, you'd still have to call it Mimikyu, wouldn't you? Because I think that'd be cool. And it would fit with the Pikachu and Eevee thing that they've been doing lately. You know, they've been pushing Eevee as a secondary mascot. Why not have one of the most loved Pokemon of all time, Eevee, get a Mimikyu variant? I think Mimikyu should have a variant for everyone, personally. I love Mimikyu. But that sounds like a lot of work when they could just do like the Eevee and have it be the 2 cutest Pokemon out there. I definitely want to see. Now we could like, if they were to do light type, what kind of Pokemon would I want to see from that, right? Um, I'd want it to be taken to every natural conclusion. I'd want to see Wailord be a light type. And you're probably thinking, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I agree with you. But it is funny because it's weightless. So you could replace its flying type with light type. Because it's physically light for its size. That would be fucking hilarious. Personally, I think so. I'd want it to be taken three ways. Heavenly, physically light, and then I'd want maybe one or two Pokemon to make the joke of a Pokemon being lightweight. Probably just Wailord line, and then maybe one other line of Pokemon. And then I'd want that to be it for lightweight type. I'd want to see a religious Pokemon, obviously. I think something that adds to the lore would be really interesting. Or the mythos. Dude, Pokemon has been so shit with mythic Pokemon lately. They just haven't done a good one in a long time. And then the good ones from forever ago, you can never get like shiny. You can never shiny hunt them, like ever. And it pissed me off. Pissed me off with that shit. You know how badly I want a shiny Darkrai, but I didn't support Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl when Darkrai's event was happening, so I just never got one. Never got the opportunity. And I'm mad about it still. I still don't like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I'll be honest, those games suck. I love Platinum. And honestly, I could probably find some love for Diamond and Pearl. I think Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, worst game of the franchise. I think it's worse than Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And I don't like Pokemon Go formula. I don't like the way that it is. Do I like that a new generation will bring Sinnoh? Yeah, I do. I love Sinnoh, and I think that it really could be one of the best. I think that the remakes Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl were bad remakes. I think they're inherently going to turn people away from Sinnoh growing up. I already see it. You know, a lot of people that have played them on the Switch inherently just hate Sinnoh because of it. And I think that is the lamest and saddest thing about it. Because if you go back to the old games, if you go back to Platinum, which is better, it's just a better game. Full stop. It's slow as molasses, right? Every single thing is slow, and the story the story doesn't drag out. I really like the story. Its pacing. But the battle animations and everything is slow there. Encounters are slow. Loading is slow. Running is slow. Biking is slow. Even flying takes forever. But it's fun, and it's the definitive way to play the game. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl don't fix that. And look not good. They look like toys. And then the characters running around in the overworld? Like, how am I supposed to take Cyrus seriously? Do you know what kind of like conversation that Cyrus and Cynthia have in Platinum? Cyrus literally goes, "I'm going to build a new world for me, not for anyone else. And it's going to be perfect and mine." And Cynthia will look at him and be like, "You are cruel and evil and selfish." Now imagine that conversation, that serious, dramatic conversation, taking place between a Barbie doll and an like a little army toy. Not even a Barbie doll. Like two Littlest Pet Shop toys talking to each other that way. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people love that shit. I have a really close friend of mine that really likes Littlest Pet Shop, but I could not take that seriously, unfortunately. And the way that it's handled in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, they don't even cover it because they refused to do Giratina and decided to do Diago Palkia. And that's my only hope, is that they're willing to do a third version remake for Emerald, a third version remake for maybe... Well, they did one for Yellow, right? You have Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So my only hope is that they could do one for Emerald, one for Crystal, one for Platinum. Black and White are weird. Black and White 2 are weird. I would definitely want both games to get a good remake, but I think they're some of the best, like, in-between games, between sprite-based and 3D. Chat, 2 more encounters, and then we're going to be done for the night. It was a pretty quick stream, only an hour. I'm really tired, and I'm at a point in the stream where I'm just ranting about stuff that annoys me in the Pokemon franchise, which is like basically farting in the wind. I love Pokemon. I don't want to get it twisted. Pokemon is one of my favorite things in the world. It just could be better. It could be so much better. And I like playing the official games more than anything. Which makes me so sad that it could be so much better. I wish that Pokemon was a passion project. I really do. I wish it was an indie game passion project made by a small team. Instead of being conglomerate, corporate, #1 multi-billion-dollar company is making another game. Oh my god. I would really want it to be fan input and, well, not all fan input, obviously. I think a lot of fans are stupid. I think I'm stupid. I don't think I should be, like, designing a Pokemon game. I'd want it to be more... I just want it to be better. I want to feel the love of Pokemon like I used to. I don't think they love them anymore. And that's sad. Alright, chat. Last encounter of the night. Let's see this Poplio. Alright. Not shiny. Let's go ahead and get another Vegeta ready. Give me a few seconds. I will find one and add it to the stream. What would be a good one to add? Let's go to Tenor. Ooh, okay, we'll do this one. This is a banger. Oh, Insane in the Rain music. Shout out Insane in the Rain music, dude. You have some of the fucking... If you somehow you ever watch this, your music is amazing. Your covers are amazing. So jazzy. It's the perfect vibe for Sinnoh. Alright, chat. guys ready to up Vegeta's power level? Oh yeah, look at that. His power level is raised so high. Oh my god. Where do I... Oh, don't put it there. We'll put it next to me. Here, he'll be my little pet. Oh god. Alright, chat. That's it for the stream today. I want you all to have a good night. Try not to get too mad at Game Freak. They're doing their best. And they do love Pokemon. I know they do. Game Freak, if somehow, in some way you're watching this, dude, give me the Sinnoh remakes I deserve. Give me something good, man. I really... Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are some of the best remakes you've ever done. Fire Red and Leaf Green are amazing remakes. Give me something like that for Platinum. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It's not it. Alright, I've said my piece. You guys have a wonderful night. Let me go. Let me see if I can raid. Where is he? Yeah, there we go. I ain't got no one in the chat. Well, we're gonna raid him anyways. I'll be in the King Kong's Big Personality stream for a little bit if you guys want to talk. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful night.